Chinese idiom story. Call a stag a horse. After the death of Qin Shi Huang, Xiao Gao, who served as director of the imperial chariot and horse office, the official in charge of the emperor's chariots and horses, colluded with Hu Hai, Qin Shi Huang's youngest son. He also coerced Li Si, the prime minister, into forging the late emperor's will. Thus, Hu Hai ascended the throne and was historically known as Qin Shi, the second emperor of the Qin dynasty. Xiao Gao, having rendered great service, was appointed as Langshongling, an official in charge of the imperial palace's security, attendance, and imperial edicts. By Qin Shi, he became the closest senior official to Qin Shi, yet his status was still below that of Li Si. Later, he devised a plot to have Li Si killed and became the prime minister. However, he had great ambitions and aspired to be the emperor. To test whether the ministers were willing to submit to him, he played a ruse. One day, he led a deer into the imperial court, pointed at it, and said to Qin Shi, "Your Majesty, this is a fine steed I have just found, and I specially present it to you." Qin Shi, seeing that Xiao Gao called a deer a horse, could not help but laugh out loud and said, "Prime Minister, have you made a mistake? This is obviously a deer, yet you say it's a horse." Xiao Gao still kept a straight face and said in all sincerity, "Your Majesty, this is a horse, not a deer. If you don't believe me, you can ask the ministers whether it is a horse or a deer." After saying this, he cast a menacing gaze and glanced over the ministers, intending to coerce them into acknowledging that it was a horse. Qin Shi ordered all the ministers to come and take a look. After the ministers had a look, some remained silent. Some, to curry favor with Xiao Gao, followed his lead and said it was a horse, and some, unwilling to tell lies and adhering to the truth, pointed out that it was a deer. Afterwards, Xiao Gao secretly persecuted the ministers who had pointed out that it was a deer. From then on, the ministers became even more afraid of Xiao Gao. Figuratively speaking, it means to confuse black and white and mix up right and wrong.
直、鹿、喂、马